Crack it. Crack it.
Hey, what's going on, guys? I'm back, and today I want to show off my full bass trap. I don't know exactly what to call it, but to show how it works. Now, this this area of the trap could be redesigned as you like, but I just kept it simple. Put some chests down, brewing stands, and the part of the trap is to get people to run into your base. And this is a 4 high base, so they'd probably run in and put down a wooden or stone pressure plate in the corner. You step on it, and this entire base is trapped. Now here's the redstone for it. This is going to be the Schematica model that I'll be putting in the description if you want to get that. It's as compact, hopefully, as it is. I just put this together quickly for the video. And I'm going to show you how it works, and yeah. So first things first, the ground has to open up. So how that works is a simple 6-block fence gate trap. Now I'll put a lever here just to show how it works. Opens up 4 blocks and it closes up 4 blocks. Now I've used a simple auto reset. I don't know what to call this. I made a video on this. You guys should check that out. So I open the trap. To close it, just to flick the lever off, and it closes. Now, if you take a look at this, there's a slight problem. There's 2 blocks here that they could still stand on, and they won't fall into the trap. Now, this is where the pusher comes along. Now, a double piston extender is actually really simple to make, but under some circumstances that I'll talk about later, it actually gets pretty complicated. Everything here is here for a reason. Like, this cannot be down a block. Like, everything is here, specific reason. There's a piston here, little random. There's a piston here. I'd say that's pretty random as well, but everything is here, and it needs to be here. And also, this is a slight problem, but I don't think there's a way around it. If we go back to the model that I put out here, there is a block that's right here that it can't be glass, unfortunately, because it will show this piston. And this piston needs to be here, so there's no other alternative. So, let's talk about Here, let's show a smaller model of how this works. Now, the first things first, you would power it. So let's pretend you put down a pressure plate. Let's grab a lever. First things first, this would power. These are sticky pistons, by the way. And then, right here, this would quick pulse. Or that didn't quick pulse. There we go. And now this is the 4-block gap. It's all normal. And over here, this powers, and just like this. This is the trap. And everything's back to normal here. That could turn off, and that could go like this. And just like this. It's auto reset, and that's how I like most of my traps. Now, hopefully this part is very self-explanatory. This thing powers off, pulling the blocks back, or that 1 block back, and so it's basically a 5-block pusher, except it gives an extra 1-block buffer with this thing because it pulls the block back. So these pistons in the back don't actually have to push that because it's already pulled. So that's basically how that works. If you have any questions, always let me know in the comments. And this is where things get a little tricky, because I'll try to explain to you why we have all these pistons, why these are in an awkward position. So most of you guys know how double piston extenders go. So they're basically just stuff like this, right? So to make this, to power all the necessary stuff, first this one has to get powered. But to power the piston that's already in the wall, it's actually, you cannot normally, if there, let's grab a repeater. Normally, if there weren't any pistons like this underneath, because keep in mind, the pusher would be right here. So there's no room for repeaters. Normally there'd be a repeater underneath here that would power the bottom one, except you cannot do that. So the only way that I could think of, at least, to power this piston is using some special mechanics. Now, I actually already made a slight model over here. The only way to power, the only way to power this piston would be from here. Now, it looks like it's not doing anything, but you grab a piston, could be a sticky piston, but might as well use a piston. Do some stuff like this. It actually does push, and let's talk about that right now. Now, most of you guys know how this works. Maybe not though. If a block is powered 2 blocks above a piston, it doesn't actually get powered instantly. But if it gets updated while it should be powered, it will get powered. Same goes with right here, like that. Now also, right now we're using this one. We're using that block, as you guys can see here, powering this one, powering this piston. But we will be using, or we will be talking about this one later on. And also, there needs to be a piston right here with redstone, because putting a piston like this, or it could be facing this way, it updates this piston in the same tick as it updates this piston, so they all work at the same time. But without this piston, it doesn't work. And this same goes for this side, as you can see. So that's how we power the last piston, right here, like so. But also, keep in mind there are pistons down here. Now, this piston is, there would be pistons down here. If we go to the model, there's actually, okay, this is what we were talking about right here. But if I were to power this, that would work normally, as you think. But if this is powered, this bottom one is actually getting powered by that same mechanic, and it would mess up your trap. So back to that thing. This is why we cannot do this. And also, you guys were thinking maybe you could put it up here. No, you cannot, because you do not want the redstone mixing up like this. So the only other place is right here. This powers it. If we put a piston underneath, it does what it's supposed to do, and it does not interfere with the bottom pistons. And yeah, let's go back to this original place. So without messing with the bottom one, this one messes with it. So if we bring it up a notch and go something like this, if we put a piston underneath, everything works normally. This powers, this powers. And when it wants to reset, all it has to do is, actually wait, it's more specific. So it pulls this back, and then it pulses this. And that's how it closes. Okay guys, I'm going to explain all these repeaters and how I set up the redstone connecting to a lever, an on and off switch. Like this, on and off. So let's get started with that. First things first, you need the back ones to power first. So, and keep in mind pistons are underneath here, so you gotta also elevate this. So this powers first, and then right after that, this powers. So this would be on. To turn off, we need, remember how this one turned on first, we need this one to turn off first. So this one turns off, then right after that, this one turns off. And now we were left in something like this. Remember, this needs to get pulled back for it to be fully retracted. So this is why I built, before we do that, let's get the redstone for this. So this is so this turns off first, but it also, this powers on first and powers off last with this little thing here. Now, you also do not want the redstone to collide like this. And also, the perfect timing would be 2 repeaters. So this causes this to power first, this one, then this would power, and when you want to turn it off, this would turn off first because this has longer delay to turn off. But also, we get left in this kind of thing. So what I did to fix that is do something like this. I made a video on this. You guys should watch that. Actually, let me just back this up a little bit. So what this does is, and also you need 3 ticks right here. So what this does is, when it gets powered, everything works normally, except when you turn it off, it sends out a pulse. So it only sends out that last pulse when it gets turned off, which closes the system. So I made a bigger design here. As you can see, it's on. So now when I turn this off, it is ready to send a pulse at the right time. Just like that. And that's how it works, guys. Hopefully you guys liked the video. This was very difficult for me to come up with, and also I wasn't thinking of releasing this soon, but I kind of just felt like it. So if you liked it, subscribe, like the video, leave comments, and I'll hopefully come back with another video soon. And also, Schematica is in the description, so check that out. Alright, peace out, guys.